This evening, you will get nutritional tools and cooking tips for you and your family on how to enjoy the holiday season while maintaining your wellness goals.
Again, welcome. Welcome to the Healthy Holiday Nutrition Series. For those of you who have participated, welcome back. And for those of you new joining, we welcome you back again. My apologies. My apologies, the joys from doing this from home. My name is Yolanda Galloway, and I'm a Health and Wellness Coordinator with the Department of Parks and Recreation. Before we begin, let's go over a few housekeeping items. You should see a microphone icon at the bottom of your screen, like you see here on this screen. You will need to click this icon to mute yourself. We would ask that you remain muted to limit any distractions, right? Like any of those distractions that would distract us during the program. Next, I want to draw your attention to the camera icon. You use this to turn your camera off or on. Please be mindful that when your camera is on, all participants joining us this evening will be able to see your screen. You have the option to keep your camera on or off, but remember, we want to minimize distractions, and London's giving great examples of distractions throughout the program and keep the focus on the presentation being provided. Next, I would like to show you how to pin our participant. To do this, you will need to click on the Show Participants icon. In the Participants column, select the individual you want to view on your screen, then click or tap the three dots icon to reveal a menu. From the drop-down menu, select Pin for Me. The pin participant becomes the focus in your view and only your view, regardless of the speaker. To unpin, repeat these three steps and select Unpin. Next, I would like to draw your attention to another Teams feature. You can also turn on live captions during the meeting, and to do this, you will need to click on the three dots for more options. Then you can scroll down and find the option that says Turn on Live Captions. Then you will start to see captions at the bottom of your screen. You may choose to turn this feature on if needed. The last icon I want to tell you about is the chat icon, and this will allow you to ask questions throughout the program. So to type a question, you just click on the icon like the one you see here, and it should take you to what you see next. And this is the chat box. So you'll type your question here, hit enter, and we'll be able to see your question or comment. And we are looking forward to some great discussion, as always, when we have Melanie with us. So next, I want to introduce our trained professional for the evening and welcome her back. Melanie is a registered dietitian, licensed dietitian nutritionist, certified diabetes care and education specialist, certified specialist in obesity and weight management, and she is a certified personal trainer. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Dietetics from Eastern Michigan University and a Master of Science in Applied Nutrition from the University of New England. She believes in practical steps to improving health and wellness where no foods are off limits. Welcome back, Melanie.
Thank you so much, Yolanda. Wonderful. Take a moment here and get my screen set up for everyone. Well, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. What a quick week, but it's great to see so many people coming out this evening. And again, I am Melanie Burdick. I am one of the registered dietitians at Giant Food. I'm actually based in the Baltimore area. And tonight we're going to talk about really how can we have some fun holiday favorites that are filled with wonderful antioxidants, wonderful nutrients, but maybe a little less in calories and sugar. So let's think about how our Thanksgiving went. How would everyone rate? And you feel free to let me know in the chat. How would you rate your food decisions or your beverage decisions over the long Thanksgiving holiday? Let me know. And of course, there is no judgment. Did you have anything fun to drink? Mocktails, cocktails, eggnog, cider. Maybe you had hot tea. What were some of the beverages that you enjoyed? Okay. All right. All right. So 6 out of 10. All right. All right. There's going to be those splurges over the holidays. No problem there. All right. Yolanda saying a 7. Excellent. All right. Katrina, 10. Excellent. Well, it sounds like you had a great holiday. Like, why? Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing. And I think it's always helpful to kind of reflect on the previous holiday and say, hey, what worked, what didn't work. I know we want to have fun, enjoy ourselves, but I know a lot of us are also thinking about our our health. And let's see here, Marcia. Oh, it's okay. If it wasn't perfect, no worries. It's all right. It's one step, one day at a time. So no worries. So tonight we are going to talk all about some of our favorite holiday beverages. So tonight it's all going to be about mocktails. And I'll give you some different recipe ideas for some inspiration. So if you're having a holiday get together, maybe you're having a party at work, maybe you're having a get together with your church or other organizations. These are great options and really one to help you reduce calories, reduce sugar, also have a good time at the same time. All right. So tonight we're going to first talk about what is a mocktail. So if we have any mocktail fans in the audience tonight, let me know if this is something that you love to make, or if you like to make cocktails, you can let me know as well too. And really, this term mocktail, we've been hearing more and more. And really simply put, a mocktail is just a cocktail without any alcohol. So it's something that, whether you have children or someone that maybe prefers not to have a lot of alcohol, this is a great option. Now, you'll hear it called several different things. You might hear non-alcoholic cocktail, non-alcoholic mixed drink. There's a lot of different things that you might hear. Also, sometimes you might hear spirit free, or you might say like a virgin strawberry daiquiri. It means free from alcohol. All of these different terms are interchangeable, and really, there's just no alcohol. Now, going back, I'm sure all of us, we may not have heard the term mocktail. This has been something that's been more recent, but many of us, if we grew up, we might have heard of the Shirley Temple or the Arnold Palmer, of course, the famous golfer. These are just two really popular versions of a mocktail. So a Shirley Temple, many of us have probably seen this. And really what it contains, pomegranate syrup, has some ginger ale, and then it might have an added citrus like orange with maraschino cherries on top. So super, super simple. So we definitely know Shirley Temple, especially from the cute little actor or actress, I should say. Perfect. Now, also the Arnold Palmer is half lemonade, generally speaking, and then half iced tea along with maybe a lemon slice. So those are just two potential mocktails that you might have heard of in the past. Now, there's also something, and I want to know if anyone has ever heard this term. This was new for me, is a mocktail shrub or a shrub mocktail. That's also another growing trend that actually incorporates a vinegar. So it has some acidity along with sweetness. So if you hear the term shrub mocktail, that means it's more of a savory mocktail. So something new for everyone. Now, one thing that's really important, we hear a lot about alcohol consumption, and there are recommendations for how much we should consume. Now, the Centers for Disease Control, they really do encourage, drinking in moderation. We know that higher intakes can cause stress on the body, impact the liver, maybe cause some other chronic diseases. And so the recommendation for moderate consumption when it comes to alcohol is about 1 glass of wine per day for women. That's about 5 ounces. Or 1 beer, which is about 12 ounces, so 1 bottle. And that's about double the amount for men. So 2 glasses of wine or 2 12-ounce beers. And that's the moderate consumption for alcohol. So definitely we're seeing this big trend. We're seeing millennials now in this movement of being sober curious, actually maybe taking a little bit of time off consuming alcohol, known as dry January, where We may have celebrated the holidays, but now we're just going to take a break and find some other options as well. So this is something that people can, maybe focus on for new goals for the new year. Maybe it is trying a dry January or trying some mocktails instead of cocktails. So just a little bit about Mocktail 101. Now, really, what is the formula? So if anyone right now has a favorite mocktail, there are so many variations, so many options available, and really the sky is the limit. But when we think about mocktails, especially for the holidays, this is a great way to minimize drinking your calories. So let's say, for instance, let's talk about eggnog. Eggnog in about a half cup has about 400 calories. Cider, juice, other beverages, maybe some different coffee beverages that have added creamer. These can add up really quickly. And what's interesting is that liquid calories don't register with our brain the way food calories do. So I always think, well, would you rather drink or eat your calories? I know a lot of us, especially at the holidays, we might want to have a Christmas cookie or maybe some stuffing and really enjoy that solid food, enjoy those calories. So mocktails are a great way to minimize additional consumption of calories and sugar. They can also be very enjoyable at the same time. So there is truly something for everyone when it comes to building your favorite mocktails. And so really there is just a basic formula, but actually there's really no wrong way. There is no specific rule book when it comes to making your own beverages. So the first thing we want to start with is our base. So are we going to use something like a sparkling water, a seltzer water, tonic, club soda? What can we use that's low in calories, provides us with that carbonation that we know when we enjoy those wonderful cocktails or mocktails when we're out at a restaurant? Now, what we can also do, we can add a hint of sweetness. That might be a simple syrup, that might be honey, or it might be a splash of juice. Now, depending on your wellness goals, you could skip the syrup, you could skip the juice, you could even put in sliced fruit instead. There's a lot of different options to help keep that beverage at a lower calorie value. And then we can have so much fun when it comes to creating our own mocktails. We can use fruit, we can use veggies, we can use fresh herbs, and I'll highlight some recipes in the next couple of slides that can give you some great ideas. So really, sky is the limit. And this is a great way. We're always encouraging individuals to add more plants to their diet. Well, we can put plants in our glass, and mocktails are an easy way to do that. So let's talk about some of our favorite beverage picks. These are items that we can drink throughout the day if we need something to stay hydrated. Many customers say, I need something instead of water. I'm a little tired. Well, here are some great options that are very low or contain no calories at all. So I'm a big seltzer fan myself. If we have anyone in the audience, seltzer or sparkling water fan, let me know. But this is a booming trend right now. So whether it's something like the AHA sparkling water or bubbly, or even something like a fruit infused water. We have the blueberry jasmine on the screen in the upper left-hand corner. This is a great way, one, to meet our hydration needs, but also have that little burst of flavor too. Kind of breaks up, gives the water a little pizzazz. Now, other things, now one of my personal favorites that I had to list tonight was the giant cranberry lime seltzer water. One of my favorite go-tos and a wonderful base if you want to make a wonderful mocktail. Now, other things that we can use, kombucha. If we have kombucha fans in the audience, let me know. And if you haven't tried it, also let me know as well. Kombucha has become very popular. It's a fermented beverage, and so it's a great source of probiotics. Oh, Julia loves seltzer and kombucha. Excellent, excellent. Marcia's tried it as well. So kombucha is perfect. Adeline loves kombucha. Now, kombucha is another great option. One, to have a little bit of, get a little bit of fizz, get a little carbonation, but also get a little bit of a kick. And so this could be another great option for a beverage throughout the day, or having it as part of a mocktail. Now, other things you can try, the sparkling ice, even unsweetened iced tea or green tea is another great option. Kavita, we also have some wonderful sparkling combinations, or something interesting like peppermint seltzer water for the holidays. You can't go wrong. And again, these are just some of many, many options that are available. And I'm sure if you walked down the aisles of Giant or any of your favorite grocery stores, you've probably seen the big trend in all of these low calorie or calorie free beverage selections. Right. Oh, the cranberry and lime Renee is excellent. It is my favorite. You can purchase it in the cans or in the bottles. Perfect. And especially when it's chilled, this is just a nice little pick me up. Perfect. Now, other things that we can do too, we can also add, if you are, thinking of something super simple for a beverage, you can enjoy any of these and add a slice of your favorite fruit, blueberries, strawberries, lemons, limes, and have that infused beverage as well. Sort of a slight modification of a mocktail. Now, let's talk about antioxidants. So one of the great things when we think about, adding fruits, vegetables, herbs, to our beverages or really to our plate in general. Fruits and vegetables are fabulous sources of antioxidants. And I'm sure we're very familiar with this term. And antioxidants, really what they do, they're disease fighters. They like to fight off those free radicals that could potentially cause harm to your body and lead to oxidative stress, which we know can lead to different types of chronic illness. So the more antioxidants we have in our day, this can really help keep our health in check and lower the risk of developing chronic diseases. Plus, they taste really, really good. Also, too, as we're getting into that cold and flu season, this is a great way to get those boost of vitamins and minerals to help keep that immune system running strong as well. So this is a great way, one, to add more of that produce to your day. Now, one thing that we're always encouraging for customers, and when we think about disease prevention, disease fighting, we want to eat a rainbow of fruits and vegetables. And we know that each of the different colors of our favorite plants provide us with those wonderful antioxidants and also those phytonutrients, which are also disease fighters as well. And so when you think about shopping, whether you're putting vegetables on your plate for dinner, or maybe some ingredients for your different mocktails and other beverages, think about getting all the different types of produce and all the different colors on your plate or in your glass, or try to change it up when you're shopping. So thinking red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, all of these produce items are going to be beneficial for your body. For instance, green, those are wonderful sources of calcium, great for your bones. Blueberries are wonderful for your brain, for cognition. So not only do they taste good, but they're good for you. And so here are just a few of many, many options that you could use when you're looking for different ingredients for your mocktail. So it might be using a liquid base. We might be using maybe some seltzer water, but we might throw in a splash of fresh juice. So whether we have, fresh oranges, we could juice them at home or buy some fresh juice. Having that splash will help give you that flavor and a boost of those antioxidants. And then, of course, you can go wild with any of your favorite fruits, blueberries, blackberries. You can use these frozen, canned, or fresh, whatever works for you, whatever is easiest. But then also, you can add in things like beets, peppers, tomato juice, or carrots. These are great additions for more of a savory mocktail as well. And then also too are different herbs and spices. So we know that, again, adding more plants to our day is super beneficial. So herbs and spices are a great source of antioxidants, and they also provide that wonderful color to our meals. So whether it's a sprinkle of turmeric or maybe it's ginger root, mint, basil, rosemary, cinnamon, cardamom, you name it. These are all great items that we can use in our cooking, but then we can also use for maybe some of our favorite beverages as well. So definitely the sky is the limit. If you go online or you look through your favorite cookbooks or cooking blogs, there are so many possibilities when it comes to creating these wonderful mocktails. Then also just great suggestions for adding more produce to your plate. So again, a win-win. So let's talk about some holiday inspiration. So maybe you're having a company get together, or maybe you're having a program at a friend's house. You make a mocktail, which is great for everyone. And so these are just a few of some of the recipes that are from our Savory magazine that's available right online at savory or at giantfood.com. Or you can also pick up the paper copy right in the store. Now I'm going to pause here. It looks like we had a question that popped up.
I got you,
Actually,
Melanie.
oh yeah,
It
perfect.
says, do you remove the peel of the fruit before juicing in a blender?
That's a good question. Juicing is really popular. Many people, they use juicing as a way to add in their vegetables. You can leave the peel on if you'd like. When we juice, actually, the juicing machine pulls out all of the fiber. So if you can blend up using a blender or a magic bullet, if you want to throw in everything with the peels, apple peel, pear peel, that will give you a boost of fiber, and then it'll be included in the beverage. So you can leave the peeled on either way. That's a great question.
Okay.
I leave them on because I find it, quicker. Good question. So here are just a few inspirations that we can utilize. Now, if you have, oh, perfect. And Renee got her copy. Excellent. Perfect. That
And
makes
then
my
Melanie,
day. Oh, yeah.
awesome. And then Melanie, the slides aren't moving for me, or I see antioxidant rich ingredients
Oh,
still.
okay,
Are
perfect.
you
Let me see here. I'm going to go back and then I'm going to move forward. Did that change for
holiday
you?
inspirations? Yes, awesome.
Okay, perfect. There must be a little bit of a delay. Thanks for letting me
Yes,
know.
sure.
Yeah, so when we think about having a get together, again, we can still have sort of a party in a glass without going overboard. Remember, we want to minimize those liquid calories if we can do it. So here are just a few options that you can utilize. Now, one of the great things when it comes to mocktails, they can be hot, they can be cold. You can make them in your crock pot. There's really no wrong way. So if you're someone that loves to have something warm and soothing, there are great recipes out there. If you love to have something in a nice glass that's chilled, there are wonderful options as well too. And so here are just a few of many of the recipes that are available at Savory: the poinsettia punch, the slow cooker spiced cider, and then the pomegranate fizz, and then the ginger citrus hot toddy. So I'm going to walk through each of these recipes just to give you an idea of the different ingredients and really how simple they can be. Now on the next slide, I actually have a quick little video to show you. Oh, yes. And I can definitely share the recipes as well at the end today. I can put in a link in the chat to our recipe collection for all of the mocktails. So no worries at all. Now, all right. So on the next slide, we're going to see if I can get my video to play. Here we go. So that's just a quick video just showing how easy it can be to make a beverage. Now, you may have noticed that that recipe that was highlighted actually did contain alcohol. And one of the great things too, you can swap out really any of the ingredients for any cocktail recipe. So we always love to say a swap opportunity. And if you say, hey, I would love to reduce the sugar, Absolutely. You don't necessarily have to add in added sugar to those beverages. But I just wanted to highlight that video, one, to show you how easy they can be and really just how pretty. And they just make you smile. They're just pretty to look at with all of the different colors. So when we think about mocktails, they can be in depth, or they can be super, super simple as well too. So I wanted to highlight here just a few of those recipes that I had on the previous slide. So how about enjoying the fruits of this season? And one of the things that I love is really taking advantage of pomegranates. This is their prime season right now, and a wonderful source of antioxidants. Often we hear them referred to as a superfood. Well, there's really no superfood per se, but these with their bright red color are just so rich in nutrients and perfect holiday color as well too. So I just wanted to show you real briefly how easy this can be. So this calls for juice, pomegranate juice, orange juice, and a liter of sparkling water. Now you could use unflavored. You could also use something like a grapefruit. Sky's the limit. There's also pomegranate flavored sparkling water that's available. And then just call for a little bit of pomegranate seeds as a garnish. Super, super simple. And again, you can adjust the ratios if you're concerned about having more of those liquid calories from the juice. You can always add less. That's no problem. But right there is a super easy beverage that your guests will love. And here is another option as well too. This is the non-alcoholic version of the citrus ginger hot toddy. On a cold winter night, we've been lucky so far. The holidays have been mild, but having something warm and soothing is very enjoyable. So this is just another great option that you can do for a holiday together, and you can make this in your crock pot. Super simple. Now you can see here that it just has a handful of ingredients. As I mentioned earlier, we can use some of those wonderful spices. Here we're using pieces of ginger root, apple cider, and then we're going to add in water, honey, and those beautiful cinnamon sticks that really just make a great statement. And then we're going to add in those wonderful spices as well. So definitely these are very seasonal, the star anise, cloves, and then sliced oranges. Keep that brewing in your crock pot, and it's also going to create this wonderful aroma during your party. Super, super simple. Now, this original recipe actually called for added bourbon. Again, you can always omit any of the alcohol options in any of the recipes. Yeah, especially if you love ginger drinks, Julia, this is excellent. Just another great way just to have a nice little twist on the holidays. All right. And so here is another great option too. I'm in the mood for warm drinks this time of year. A spiced cider. And again, too, we can adjust the ratios in this recipe. We can always add water to help dilute it and help lower the calories and the sugar as well. So super simple. We're going to take some oranges as a garnish, some ginger, apple cider. Again, those wonderful cinnamon sticks, and then the anise as well. So something that's very, very similar and just a great way to get that really robust flavor for the holidays. And so I'm going to pause there. We had a shorter presentation this evening, but I hope this gives you some ideas on how we can have such a beautiful addition to our get-togethers with minimal effort. A great way to add in those fruits and vegetables into our meals and really have fun, but also not feel guilty at the same time when it comes to our holiday celebrations. So I will highlight some of our services, and then I'm happy to take any last questions if anyone has any. And you can feel free, you can type them into the chat if you'd like. But do know that at Giant, we are here to assist you in any way, whether you're holiday planning, meal planning, planning for the new year. We are here. All of our services are free of charge, and you can actually take your QR code reader on your camera from your smartphone and scan the QR codes, and this will take you directly to our website. So you can check out all of our online classes that are available during the week. You can check out our Facebook or TikTok. The TikTok channel is really, really cute. My colleagues, Angela and Tu, they just make these fun, cute videos that just make you smile. And you can learn a little bit about health and wellness at the same time. And then also, you can reach out and check our podcast as well. And we actually have a great episode on happy hour that gives tips and tricks about all things mocktails, cocktails, you name it, for making those beverages for your parties. So definitely check that out. There's also a library of 100+ episodes, everything related to new products in store, meal planning, or managing any health conditions. Everything is right at your fingertips. And then lastly, too, as we get into the new year, I know we're almost getting to the end of the year. I do want to invite everyone to our Healthier Together program starting on January 17th. This is going to be 5 weeks. You can attend in either in the morning at 10 a.m. or 7 p.m. During the week, there's also going to be recorded content available if you're not able to meet the class. That's fine. And we're going to talk about things about healthy habits that are your fitness goals, balancing your plate, and really using food as medicine and a great way to get those wonderful antioxidants in our system and really just start the new year on a good note. So I encourage everyone, you can scan the QR code to register and to learn more, but it's something that we're super excited about for the holidays. Wonderful. And so again, if you ever have any questions, you can always reach us directly at healthyliving@giantfood.com. We're just a click away and we are happy to help. And I do see a couple things that popped up in the chat. Let's see here. Oh, great question, Rachel. Oh, you have a Ninja blender. Those are amazing. You don't necessarily need a Vitamix or a blender for making mocktails. Certainly, it can be very, very simple. It could be some seltzer water. It could be a slice of fruit and maybe some mint. And you don't necessarily need a blender or a juicer to make some wonderful mocktails. No worries. Excellent. So Marcia, you made some mocktails at a family get together. Could have been some great glasses, the tall blues. Those are great and really refreshing too. And it's a great way to have fun without the added alcohol, which is very beneficial. Right. I see some more. I see some pending questions in the chat.
And then Melanie,
Yeah.
I had
Sure.
a question. The star, is it anise? One of the
Yes.
ingredients in one of those. Can you talk
Yeah.
about where people can find that in the store and like what it
Yes.
looks like?
Yes, so it truly looks like a star, and we may be familiar with anise as well in our cooking. And this is not exactly the same plant, but it has a similar flavor of like a hue of licorice. And so it's a really good like earthy addition to baking or your beverages. And so you can find it right in the spice section, and when you're in the aisles of Giant, absolutely.
Thank you. And then I
Yeah,
see where
something
Renee
fun.
asked about it too. She asked about it, so we
Oh,
answered
did
her
I?
question.
Oh,
And she
perfect.
also asked, are cinnamon sticks in the
Yes.
store and where she could
Mm,
maybe share where they could be found as well.
yeah, so you can find them in the spice section. They are on the right-hand side. They're actually located on the higher shelves. And I apologize, the brand skips my mind, but we do have the cinnamon sticks available. Actually have some upstairs in my cupboard from Giant, and these are great. And something as simple as I had some apple flavored seltzer water with a little bit of a cinnamon stick, slice of fruit, and there you go. It can be a great beverage. So yes, the perfect addition for the holidays. And then let's see here, the difference between a mocktail and a smoothie. Great question. So smoothies generally consist of a variety of fruits or vegetables, and they generally don't have something that's carbonated in them. So they tend to be thicker. So people might do strawberries or blueberries. They might add in spinach or other greens. And often for smoothies, someone might add in something like milk or yogurt to help give it a creamy consistency. So a smoothie can actually be a meal for people. And then a mocktail could be something as simple as some sliced fruit and a calorie-free seltzer. Or it could be have a few more ingredients like the video that I showed you that contains the rosemary and some simple syrup with fruit as well. So a smoothie, definitely tasty as well. Yeah, that's a great question. And a wonderful recipe, if we have smoothie fans, a fruit, a vegetable, and a protein is a great combo. That way it stays with you so you stay full after your meal. And so that can also help with blood sugar rise as well. So once they get, you can grind them up as well, and you can use them in a recipe. Once they do get wet, some people do once they get wet in a beverage, if there's any left over, what you can do, you can actually use those again. You can make like a potpourri, you can dry them out. You can also boil them in water so you have this wonderful aroma in your house during the holidays. But definitely, I wouldn't use them to eat. I would just use them as maybe decor. That's a great question. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They're just like an extra little perk for the holidays, a little splurge. Great. Well, I appreciate everyone's time this evening. Hope this gives you some wonderful ideas. And actually, before we close out, I'm going to put in here our link to our website for some of our recipe collections. This is all about mocktails and cocktails for the new year. So give you a few ideas of some wonderful options you can make.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that link real time, right? People
Yeah,
can grab it and save it
absolutely.
over. Good deal. Thank you so much, Melanie. Great stuff, interesting, and I agree that the video it did make you smile, the nice, refreshing drink. So, thank you for sharing that and the different recipes that we can use. Awesome. So, everyone, thank you for joining us. We want your feedback. So, if you could help us out by completing a survey within 24 hours of receiving it to be entered into a drawing for a very nice and snazzy health and wellness gift bag, we would appreciate it. And we do have a few announcements for you on tonight. Please join us on Tuesday, December 6th for our next session. And this is Set It and Forget It Slow Cooker Meals Workshop. So we'll have, I think it's Melanie back for that session. So we're looking forward to that. And then there's also an in-person cooking demonstration that the department is providing down in the southern area of the county, curried black eyed peas and cabbage at the Southern Area Aquatics and Recreation Complex on December 7th from 6 to 7. So if you're in the area or in that area or know anyone in that area that's interested in doing some in-person stuff and actually getting back out there and doing some tastings, you can join us there from 6 to 7 on December 7th. And if there's nothing else, we thank you for joining us and we hope that you have an awesome evening.
For this virtual healthy holiday nutrition series. For more videos to help you make healthier choices, visit the Department of Parks and Recreation's online resource center at pgparks.com or the Health and Wellness Virtual Library at wellness.pgparks.com. Until next time, be healthy, be well.